my God, Lydia, I hate your guts. I can't
Okay,
even.
Nyquasia, I'm gonna have to stop you right there because it sounds like you're really upset. Lydia, you seem really surprised by Nyquasia, so I'm gonna have to stop you right there because we agreed that this would be a safe environment, and it sounds like the words you were saying are hurtful. All right, so this is the end of our group. Before we get started, is there anything? This is our last session. Before we complete our last session, is there anything that anybody would like to discuss?
I would. I have an issue with Nyquasia from last week. I was talking, and while I was talking, I saw her roll her eyes, and it upset
Okay,
me.
I'm gonna stop you right there just real quickly. So it sounds like you have an issue that you would like to discuss. Nyquasia, would you be willing to further discuss the issue?
Okay.
Okay, and Lydia, you obviously are in agreement to also discuss the issue. Okay, give her the specifics about that time.
Last week when I was telling my story, I saw you roll your eyes, and it really made me angry while I was telling my story and opening up to the group.
So tell her again how you felt.
I felt disrespected and made fun of and hurt.
Okay, Nyquasia, tell Lydia what you heard her say.
I heard you say that last week while you were telling your story, you saw me roll my eyes, and that made you feel disrespected and hurt.
Okay, how do you feel about that?
I really feel just very misunderstood. I wasn't rolling my eyes at you, just the situation, because I related, and I understand it's a very frustrating situation, but I wasn't rolling my eyes at you.
Now that you've heard what Nyquasia said, what do you feel?
I feel relieved hearing that, and this makes me feel more comfortable.
Good. All right, so now that this is our last session, I want to start with a little activity. I'm gonna give you guys each a rainbow. Take a fabulous rainbow and pass one down. And a marker. All right, so through our group, we have talked about anxiety and how anxiety has been overwhelming and how it has impacted our lives. Remember that we have had great sunny days and we've had bad, sad, cloudy days. So what this rainbow represents is what I want us to do is we're going to write an instance in which we felt overwhelmed or anxious and what we did to overcome that to be able to get back to our good days. So I'm going to go ahead and start with an example, and then I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to think about it. I'm just going to write down about today how I was really anxious. I was running late and I almost got in a car accident and I was really anxious, but I remembered some of the strategies and coping skills that we've talked about, and I just took a deep breath, calmed down, and realized that it's okay. It's not going to be the end of the world if I'm late, and was able to focus and move on. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to think about something that can enable you to get through and to deal with your anxiety. So if you'll just take a few minutes to think about it and then write down your thoughts, and then we'll share them. Okay, it looks like everybody's done. Who would like to begin sharing?
I'll begin sharing. So I was really stressed recently with the amount of schoolwork and just work that I had, and I remembered we talked about doing something to take your mind off of it for a temporary moment, and so I wrote that I like to work out, and that helps me relieve my stress.
Okay, good.
I am doing a research paper, and it's our final assignment. So yesterday I felt very anxious because it is our final assignment, and I was getting kind of worried if it wasn't be good. So what I did was took a break, cleaned up the house a little bit to take my mind off of it, and then went back and started again.
I was really anxious at work recently because I had to stand up to someone, and that just naturally makes me anxious. But after I did it, I still felt anxious, and so to deal with that, I went on my lunch break and kind of got to take a break from work in general, and I also called my mom to talk it through.
Okay, sounds like you guys have been implementing the coping skills and strategies that we've talked about really well by taking those breaks. Whom did anybody share a connection with?
I connected with Lazarite.
Tell Desiree how you connected with her.
I connected with you because you kind of took a break and then went back to your problem, and that's the same thing that I do.
Desiree, how did it feel to be connected with Nicklisha?
Good. It makes me feel nice that somebody also takes breaks like I do and then focuses back on the issue or whatever it is we're doing.